It's 5 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's time for...
Okay, come on, I'm Magic Review Show.
I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
Welcome back to another review show right here on...
Magic TV.
Absolutely, and we are here in Blackpool. Ryland has had a pretty busy... We're in half term, it's your week off from school, but it's not your week off from working because you've been here all week doing gigs. You've been working the House of Secrets. You're at the Tower Ballroom in front of 1,000 people last night. That was sick.
That was very fun.
And you're back again at the House of Secrets tonight, doing a full show. Full show, that's very exciting. So if you're coming along tonight, say hi. But that's why we're here in our sort of kitchen in the house that we've hired when we come to Blackpool. Because if we don't do this, there's not going to be a review show. So we're filming it while we're here. But it's exactly the same. You're going to be looking at 4 brand new tricks. And we're going to be talking about them.
It's not actually Wednesday.
It's not. We're not filming it on Wednesday, but it's going to be going up on Wednesday.
Oh.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You don't worry about it. You just say stuff about tricks.
I thought every time we'd done it, it was live.
Did you really?
No.
I was about to say, you're not that stupid. You're stupid, but not that stupid. But anyway, without further ado, we're going to get straight...
Did you actually think I meant that?
Yeah, for a second, yeah. I'm like, you muppet. Anyway,
Is he on a...
we're going to start off with a new trick by Leo Smetsers. So the first trick that we're going to be looking at, Ryland, is by Leo Smetsers, and it is called the LS buttons.
The L... Oh, that's it.
Yeah, the LS buttons.
This is a good one.
This is a good one, and this is...
Oh, it's LS for Leo Smetsers.
Leo Smetsers, yeah, so it's the LS buttons.
Yeah.
And basically what Leo's done is he's tried to make coin magic more organic by creating 4 buttons and a shell, basically making a shell coin set out of buttons. That's what he's done. And I fully applaud this sort of thing. I mean, that's what I did with Level Up, which I know you perform. You know, I took the copper silver gimmick and I put it into a Nintendo Switch cartridge. And I know that that's one of your favourite things to perform when you do close up. This is the same sort of thinking, taking a sort of trick that is typically used by coin magicians and making it so that it doesn't feel like a coin trick. Now, we'll get the elephant in the room out of the way. These are pretty...
Where's the elephant?
It's not really, it's a saying. Yeah, it means everyone's going to be talking about this.
There's a little horsey in the room.
I know that. Stop it. I know we're going to play chess.
It's a knight, actually. Yeah.
As soon as... Ryland, just so you know, probably loves chess as much as he does magic. And it's annoying because he now beats me in roughly 6 moves. Like, and I try. It's not like I'm trying to...
No, sometimes I got easy on you.
Sometimes I go easy and it takes about 10 moves. I'm rubbish. Well, I actually didn't think I was rubbish until I started playing it. But this is not about chess, right? Okay. So...
We're going to talk about the elephants, but there's
no, it's a
1,
saying.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ducks in the room.
How can somebody as stupid as you beat me at chess? I have no idea.
And a chicken.
Stop talking. Right, okay. So, elephant in the room, we're going to get out of the way. These are pretty big. I'm not going to say they don't look like buttons, because they do look like buttons. He spent a lot of time and effort. These are really good quality. They do look like buttons, but they're pretty darn big buttons. They're metal buttons. So it's the sort of thing that you'd have on like a clown coat or something like that. But they're totally justifiable. I have used this while I've been in the House of Secrets, watching your show. I've done a bit of close-up magic at the bar, and I actually used these when I was doing some close-up magic at the bar to lay people, to the public, and nobody questioned them at all. Especially as they come in this like little blue container thing, which looks like the sort of thing that you would use to contain buttons anyway, and it comes with a piece of thread and everything. It's very justifiable, and they don't look like coins, which is I think the purpose that Leo was going for. Now the tutorial is a... What are you doing? I told you not to speak. You can speak. The whole point of doing the review show is that you tell people what you think of the trick. Okay, how about this? How about if you don't start speaking, I'll take your chess set away and your basketball away. You think about that while I show you a performance. I'm going to show you a performance of one of the tricks. There's 3 tricks on the
Is it
tutorial.
not to talk?
You can talk, but just don't be annoying. There's 3 tricks on the tutorial, and Leo's kind of routine them into an act. I'm going to take the first trick of the 3 and perform it for you so you can see the sort of thing that you can do with this. Obviously, it's the equivalent of a shell coin set, 4 coins and a shell. So, in other words, any routines with a coin set, a shell coin set will work with these. If you do the David Roth shell coins across, my monster coin routine, Jeff Lasser's 2-coin trick, whatever it may be, you are going to be able to do that with these coins. They are very good quality. However, there's 3 routines that Leo's basically suggested that you can do on the project. Is routine them into like a little mini act that takes about 6 or 7 minutes. This is the first trick, so let's have a look at that one. Theo, do you know what this is? It's a button holder.
A button holder?
A button holder. You know buttons that you have in your clothes? These are buttons. I got them from Mom's sewing drawer. You can have a look at them. Check them out. That's 1. That's 2. Pick them up. Touch them. Feel them. Make sure they're okay. Make sure they're real. Make sure there's nothing weird about them. Are they okay?
Yeah.
You happy? And as well as the buttons, you can have a look at that. That's the little thing. Check that out. That's the little thing that the buttons are kept in. Is that okay? Yeah?
Yeah.
And you can see how many there?
4.
Very good. You have to think about that for a second, didn't you? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 4 buttons. We've got the little holdery thing, yeah?
Yeah.
We'll pop that over there out the way. And we're going to do a lot of magic. Are you ready? Now watch. 1, 2. That's 2. Yeah. 3. That one's number 3. Yeah. And finally number 4. Right? Watch. All I have to do is this. Do you know what happens when I do that?
They're in there.
No. One of them vanishes. Just one of them vanishes. You see, I've still got 3, but 1 has gone. Ooh, it's amazing. Now, the interesting thing is, you said they were going to go over there. It's not that they're going to go over there. They actually go underneath. I know. Should we do it again? Look, the one that's already gone, I'm going to put on there. How many does that leave? 1, 2, 3. Very good. Watch. Say go.
Go.
That's the second one. I know, and the reason is now because we've only got 2 there. Here's this one. Got 1 underneath. Now look, there's none inside there, is there?
No.
And you see the 2 there, yeah? Look, I'm going to put those 2 inside and put them there. Nothing underneath, right? Now watch. 2 of them, yeah? That's 1. That's 2. Are you ready? Look, if I wave this one over this one, do you know what happens? It's like waving it goodbye. That one goes. Do you know why? So I know it's weird. The reason is, check this out, look. Inside here. Reach in, take them out. How many are in there? 1, 2, 3. Should we do it one last time? Let's make it easy to follow. We'll just use the last coin. You hold your hand out for me. Take these 3, squeeze them tightly, turn your hand over. Don't worry, there's nothing underneath. There's nothing on top. There's nothing inside. We have this one final coin. Are you ready for the most amazing trick of all time?
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready? Watch. If I make this last coin do this, I can make it go. It goes on top. I'll do it again. I'll make it go underneath, okay? So remember, there's nothing underneath, is there? Watch, if I do this, I can make it go underneath. No, seriously, underneath there. I do it one last time, I'll make it go inside. Look, all I have to do is this. And it's, all right, it's not on top. It's not underneath. It's not inside. Oh, do you know that happens sometimes? Sorry, do you know what happens when it doesn't go inside?
What?
It goes inside your hand instead. Yeah, have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. High five. Boom. Well done. You're a witch. I love that trick, right?
Yeah, me too.
The coin going underneath the container and then going under the container again. It reminds me of the coin under the salt shaker by Albert Goshman, or card in the box. It's got some really nice surprising moments. The tutorial is about 25 minutes long, isn't it? It's got live performances of Leo doing this at a trade show. So it's actually a trade show booth, and he's performing this to a couple of people as they're walking past on the trade show booth. So it's a real world performance, and you get very nice reactions from that. And then after he's done the live performance, he breaks down what the gimmicks are, how the shell works, and then he goes through each individual trick. Now, a couple of things that you need to know. Number one, the coins, well, they're not coins, but the buttons have holes in them. The shell doesn't have holes in them, but it does have the area where the holes should be. And his suggestion is at the beginning to take a black Sharpie marker and black out the inside of those areas with the shell.
Okay.
And that makes it look absolutely incredible.
We haven't done that yet.
And to be honest, I didn't see the need in doing it because, and I've performed this, as I said, I've performed it like 4 or 5 times now, and I don't think it's needed. I don't think that Sharpie marker is needed. I think you can do it without, but you know, the option's there. But the 3 routines he goes through are very, very different. They're all really good. I'm actually going to do a performance of the second routine of the act as well, just because it shows you another way you can go with this. And what I mean by that is with this product, you actually get a piece of thread as well, but it's not normal thread. It's very, very robust. And he teaches how you can do ring and string style moves. You could do charming Chinese challenge style moves, not by using the shell, but by using the coin with the button, because the button has 4 holes in it. Anything that you would use to do a ring and string or a charming Chinese challenge style routine, you can use this for as well. So to give you an example of the sort of thing you can do with that, I'm going to show you a performance of kind of a slight variation of the second routine of the act. So let's have a look at that one right now. And what I have here, Thea, is I have a piece of thread. You know, like if you're doing needle and thread work, if you're like sewing stuff, this is a piece of thread. You can have a look at that. And as well as that, the playing cards have nothing to do with it, other than after we film this video, I'm going to show you 10,000 card tricks. We're going to be here all day. Good idea? Bad idea? Bad idea. Okay. And inside here, you can put the thread down, Nancy. Inside here, I actually have a button. You can reach in and take that out. And make sure it's okay. I know you've looked at these buttons before, but you can check it out and make sure it's all okay. So good. So the idea is my thread, the button,
Goes through the
oh, it's got to go through the hole, right? I'm just not very good at doing that. Not the best eyes, dear, that's the problem. Goes about half, is that about halfway?
Yeah.
About halfway, give or take? You see the button going right through there, yeah? Can you hold on to the ends? Now, if you hold on to the ends and I hold on to the button, is there any way to get that button off the thread?
No way you can't.
Well, you could cut the thread.
Well, you cut it.
Yeah, well, you see where the button goes through the thread, yeah? You could do that, make it go right through. Now, there's a rule in magic, you never repeat a trick. Would you like me to do it again for you? Yeah? Okay, look, you can see that really is going through. That's not an optical illusion, right? Is that really going through there?
Yeah.
Have a look, is that really going through? So I'll do it again. Look, let me show you. Ryland's behind the camera and he's sneezing. I'm very sorry about the lack of professionalism on this video. Ryland's filming this, anything could happen. Right, give it a pull. Is it really on there? See, I'm going to teach you how to do this yourself, okay? Let me show you first of all. So what you have to do, this is the idea, you pull up. You don't pull sideways, you go straight up. You go straight up like this, comes off. Then you touch the button to the thread and it goes right back on. That's how it works. I know. So that's basically the concept, right? So you're going to do this yourself, but remember, you've got to pull up, not across, you pull up. You pull up like this, it comes off, blow, and it goes back on. So, you hold on to the ends.
That shook her up.
You hold on to the ends. Right, okay. On 3, you're going to pull up. Are you ready? 1. Don't throw up. That's a weird thing. Pull up. On 3. 1, 2, 2.5.
Daddy.
2 3/4.
Daddy.
2 99/100.
Daddy.
3. You did it, T. Now, blow and it'll go right back on. You blew too hard. You blew too hard. You know what happens when you blow that hard, Thea? You didn't go back on there. It goes back underneath here. What? You've got breath that can move buttons. Wow. So you've not really said much, right? So tell me right now, what do you think of all that?
Well, I really like this, and I don't think anyone has ever done button shells before.
No, they haven't. Not that I know of.
No,
I've seen people do button magic, but I've never
button
seen
magic, but never button shells.
Never
so
button
I
shells.
think this is a really cool. You know what? You should come up with a button flipper.
A button flipper. Oh my god. No, I'm not doing a button flipper. I'll leave the button stuff to Leo Smetsers. How's that sound?
Yeah.
But as it stands...
Yeah, you stick with the coins.
I'll stick with the coins. As it stands, I'm definitely going to do this. I think this is super fun. Will it replace coins in my act? I don't know. But I'm having fun carrying them around at the moment in a little blue container. And I think that, there's a great...
Why is it that the container?
It's
so you can do the underboxing.
Yeah, but it's also, that's the sort of container that they keep thread and buttons in if you're a seamstress, so it's kind of more legitimate rather than just taking them out your pocket. You can take them, it looks like you've had them in there, and you're taking them out, whatever. I'm going to give this 95%. I think this is really good, and if you want to do some coin magic with something else that's other than coins, this is definitely something you should look into. 95% from me. What about you?
I may also give it 95%. I think I might do this.
Yeah, you can do it. Well,
Maybe.
you do coin magic, so makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see you killing with this. Right, so
Clonk with buttons.
Clonk with buttons. So that's Leo Smetsers LS buttons. Now we're going to move on to a product you probably haven't heard of before. It's very exclusive, and it's only sold through one person. And we're going to talk about that now. This is a new trick by Martin Duffy. So next up, we're going to be looking at a new product by Martin Duffy.
I know what you're on about, but I don't know what it's called.
Well, it's kind of like
it's right there. It's in the room.
It's in the room.
It's
over
in the
there.
room.
So this is, if you've seen that, we're going to put a link in the description down to below as to where you could buy it from. Martin's been making his version of this for years. If you know the old kind of puzzle where you've got like...
where you've got all the different shapes, and then there's like a big square. Not a big square, but like a square that's like all shiny. And then you rearrange everything, and then you're able to put the square in, but it still fits in the same frame.
Yes.
Yeah, you can do that with this, but it's a full chocolate. So instead of putting stuff in, you're taking the chocolate out. So you're able to take 3 big chunks of chocolate out, but still have it fit the frame perfectly.
Yeah. Now, the beautiful thing about this is Martin's been making these for years, and he's been making close-up versions. He's been making various different versions over the years. What we have here is it's a fully magnetic version made out of what looks like Cadbury's chocolate. And the reason why magnetic version is useful is because you also get a whiteboard with it, don't you?
Yeah.
And so you can have this on a stand.
Yeah, so you have it on an eagle, and you can just stick the pieces to the thing, and the frame's magnetic as well. So you can just have it in the bottom while you do the trick, and at the end, just put it back on.
And it looks amazing. Now, you're going to see some rehearsal footage of Ryland doing this. The second you saw this, well, Martin actually contacted us about this and said, hey, I've got something that I think would be perfect for Ryland's show. And I showed it you. You saw a video of... Michael J. Fitch doing it.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh my God, I would love to do that. And so Martin made a version of it for Ryland.
On the whiteboard.
On the whiteboard with
like
absolutely everything. And you just knew immediately you wanted to put this into your show.
I'm doing it
tonight. Yeah, so what you're about to see is rehearsal footage. So Ryland's been rehearsing this at home. You scripted it yourself, didn't you? You were like, okay, it's chocolate. It makes sense for me to talk about my sister and stealing chocolate off her. Stealing chocolate from the sister. So the script is Ryland's script. I know you do. You do it legitimately anyway, so you may as well do a trick about it. So Ryland's been working on the script. You're about to see rehearsal footage from the front room of Ryland just rehearsing this last week. Like he said, he's putting it into the show tonight. It's going into the show for the first time tonight, so we'll probably get some performance footage and show you the performance footage at some point down the line. But here's the rehearsal footage. You get to see what the trick looks like. You get to see the script that Ryland's put together with it. Let's have a look at that right now.
Recently, it was my sister's birthday. Now, I love chocolate, and for her birthday, she got a big, massive bar of chocolate. It's right here. Well, this is not the actual one, because she's ate it all now, but this is a replica of it. And one day, I wanted a piece of chocolate, but the thing is, she said I'm not allowed any of the chocolate because it's her birthday chocolate. Because obviously, if I just, took a piece of chocolate and put it over there, it's going to be pretty obvious that it's missing. Now, I know for a fact that there are 63 pieces of chocolate. Before I ate it, I counted it and I realised there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of chocolate down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of chocolate across. 9 times 7, 63. So 63 pieces of chocolate altogether. Now, the thing is, I obviously wanted one. Now, like I said, if I just take one and put it over there, it's going to be pretty obvious. So what I had to do, I had to rearrange them, and I had to put them in completely different spots. So I took them out, I put them back, and I changed it completely. So let's say I put that one there, and I put that one there. I separate them all out and move that one there, and that one over there. We've got that piece up there. Now, if I put it all back together again, you can see that we've actually got a piece of chocolate missing, but there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of chocolate down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces across. 63 pieces. So I realised if I can do it once, I can do it twice and take away another piece of chocolate. I'll put that one up there. So I rearrange it again. I move them, and I move these, separate it all out, move that one over there, swap them all around, put them back together. And when I put them back together, it fits perfectly like that and like that. And as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces across. 63 pieces. Now I decided to do this one last time. I take the piece of chocolate, I put it up there, and I rearrange the pieces one last time. Like, no, not like that. Put that there. Can move that over there, actually. There you go. And move that one there. Now when I do that, I've got another piece of chocolate there. But as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces across. Now that is 63 pieces of chocolate. Now I know you're thinking this is just some illusion, and there's not actually 63 pieces. I put in more, and it's not actually going to fit in the drawer because there's going to be some missing. The thing is, if I put it all back together again, just like this, you can actually see that when I put the frame back on, fits perfectly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 63. That is magic. And I now have 1, 2, 3 pieces to enjoy to myself. So the more times she goes to Brownies, which is every Tuesday, and the more times she goes to Alton Towers, which is quite a lot on the weekend, I get to steal another, I'll say 7 at a time pieces of chocolate, and eventually I'll have enough that I'll have more than her. Thank you.
I love this. I think that if there's anybody out there...
I love it more than you.
Yeah, no. But here's the thing. If this is the sort of thing that could play as a front of cloth piece as an illusion show. You could do this in a kids show. You could do this in a family show. You could do this in a corporate show. You could do it in a cabaret show. It's not really a close-up trick, although Martin does sell close-up versions of this. But the version that you just saw, anytime you're in front of an audience, this is the sort of thing that will play to any size audience. It packs small and it plays massive, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Like, it is so good. I love this. I love the fact that it's all magnetic and you've got the frame. I just love everything about this. I think this is great.
Yeah.
If you're a close-up magician and you're looking to put a show together that you can upsell your clients on and you're looking for something a little bit different, absolutely. This takes up very little space. Other than the whiteboard, which you can just throw in the boot of your car, it doesn't really take up much space. It won't take up much in the terms of practice. It's actually very easy to do, isn't it? Mm-hmm. But it'll play to a massive room. It'll play to a huge room. And there's so many different ways of actually performing it. What do you think? You're the one that watched the tutorial. You're the one that's been putting it together. You're the one that's performing it tonight.
Yeah.
Give it a rating.
I'm going to give it 150% plus tooling.
150% plus tooling. If you're new to the review show, plus tooling, that means that Ryland absolutely loves it. I'm going to give it 100%. It's brilliant. I would absolutely do this in my show as well. I'm not going to be able to because he's stolen it. But I a lot of the time when we do an illusion show, you're the one that comes along in the illusion show. We get you to do Harry Potter. We get you to do something else, as well as jumping all of the boxes. I could see you doing this as a front of cloth piece in an illusion show as well. Yeah. I love this. I think this is brilliant.
I think if we do it at kids show, I think we change the presentation though.
Change the presentation?
Yeah.
What would you do?
I don't know, but I don't think they'll probably understand stealing my sister's chocolate.
You don't think
it's a bad influence? No, it's a bad influence on them.
It's a bad influence on them. Okay. Let me tell you why you shouldn't steal chocolates off your sister.
So, but you...
Awesome. Okay, yeah, this is incredible. The link's down below where you can get it from. You can get it directly from Martin Duffy. This is amazing and it's highly recommended. And thank you, Martin, for making this for Ryland because it's going to be a big part of his show moving forward. So next up, we have Extrasensory Perception by David Jonathan and Nikolas Mavresis. And if you don't know what this is a very clever opener for a strolling mentalist. Basically, what you have in there, as Ryland's showing you and sneakily hiding the thing, you have a black envelope.
Look at the packaging.
It's very good packaging. Inside this black envelope, you have all of the cards that you need to perform what I think is one of the strongest ways to open a mentalism set. This is brilliant. I love this. I love this very, very much. And the method behind this is very unique, very different. And I think when people buy this and they realise the method and they realise the technique that David and Nikolas have put together to create this trick, there's a lot of people that are going to be using this technique in other ways. I've already got my mind racing with ways that I can use this technique. It's brilliant. They've really brought something new to the table as far as I'm concerned. Now, I'm not going to say anything about what the effect is just yet. I'm going to show you a performance of Ryland doing this to his sister Thea. Let's have a look at a performance, and then after the performance, we'll talk about what we think.
Okay, so I've got my sister here, say hi.
Hi.
And I've got some ESP cards here. So I've got the circle, the cross, the wavy lines, the square, and the star, okay? So those are my ESP cards. Now what I want you to do is I just want you to name any one of those symbols. Anyone.
Circle.
Circle, are you sure?
Yeah.
Now on the back of the circle, it says circle.
Right, that's
really important.
It's on the back of the
No,
circle.
but on the back of the other cards, it says you will pick the circle. What?
Okay, so that is exactly how it plays every single time. Full disclosure, when you perform this to Thea, she picked the circle. There's 5 options that they can pick, obviously. The circle is the only option where you don't have to do anything.
But I mean, it's very lucky that you pick a circle.
Well, it is, but 20% of the time they are going to pick the circle. I've found that people tend to go to the circle more than anything else. But I don't want you to think, oh, Craig and Ryland faked it because of the easiest option. That's just what Thea picked. And we didn't want to turn around and say, Thea, can you do it again and pick a different one?
Yeah, she likes circles.
Yeah, so, but even when you pick a different symbol, like the wavy lines or the cross, it makes no difference. It looks exactly the same. You just have to do one little move. But the move is very, very easy to do. Nikolas and David teach you their ways of doing the move. The tutorial is about 35 minutes long. They go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. That little move that you need to do is not difficult at all. And 20% of the time, it plays out exactly as Ryland did it, which is nothing. You just literally just turn the cards over. Now, there's a couple of ways of doing it. The first way is the way that Ryland did it to Thea, where he turns over the card and it says circle, and you act like that's the trick, and then you turn the other cards over and it spells out you will pick thee. The second way of doing it is by not turning over that card first, but turning over the other cards, and you say, look, let me show you the other card, you will pick thee, and then you turn over the last one and it says circle. Either way is fine. Now, I've been looking at the Magic Cafe, and
I don't think anyone's going to guess that password.
No, they definitely won't. So, looking at the Magic Cafe, one thing that people have been saying on the Magic Cafe is, what is the need for this? Isn't it, couldn't you just do 8-card brainwave? And honestly, yes, you could, but I think this is way cleaner than 8-card brainwave. Because with 8-card brainwave, you're not actually showing the backs of all of the cards. And you can get away with it, absolutely, for sure, 100%. But the beautiful thing about this is they're picking any card at all that they want to. You're putting that down on the table, and then you're turning over all of the other cards. They can see the backs and the fronts of every other card, and then the card that they've picked, that is examinable. So if they pick the circle, they can look at that card and they can examine that card. If they pick the cross, they can examine that card to the heart's content. So for a strolling performer, and what you saw Ryland do was the table performance, but there are strolling performances and explanations of how to do strolling performances on the tutorial as well. This is just great. I think this is very much stronger than 8-card brainwave. But you know, maybe people think I'm thinking like a magician. This is my opinion. I think that anytime you do an opener, it needs to be quick, it needs to be visual, it needs to be grabbing people's attention, and that's what this is. A lot of mentalists, they're boring when they do an opener. It takes them 10 minutes to get to the point. That's why the dice thing is so popular that Matt does, because it allows you to be very direct right from the get-go. This...
What, the Unbody die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has the same feeling to it. So it feels right,
I think
very
I might
quick.
add this to my ESP matchup.
Really?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, you do ASP matchup all the time, don't you? But you use Lego bricks.
I use Lego bricks. I use my Lego bricks.
I know you do. Coming soon from Alvin's
Coming
Ham.
soon.
But no, I think this is killer. I really do like this.
When's your new thingy coming out?
Which one?
The version 2.
The Quantum Vector.
Yeah.
Later this year.
Yee.
You like that?
As
don't
we're near the end of the year, that's a good sign.
you? Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
I think I might do it.
Really? You can do a card trick.
What's not really a card trick? You just pick a card, then go online. Get the device.
Okay, well, we'll talk more about that at some point in the future. What are you giving this? I really like this. I can see myself definitely doing this. I'm going to give this 100%.
I'm going to give it...
Take your time.
Don't think. I'm also going to give it 100%.
100%. 6. There you go. So it's 100% from Ryland. It's 100% from me. It's called Extra Sensory Perception. It's really, really good. You can get it directly from Penguin Magic, and anyone wholesales from Penguin Magic. But if you're looking for a really cool opener, this is it. It's worth saying the cards can't be examined at the end. The only card that can be examined is the card that they pick. But honestly, there's no focus on it. I've done it a couple of times now. It's totally not an issue. David and Nikolas go into detail about why it's totally not an issue. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for something unique and different, this is it. Okay, so the final trick we've got to look at today is Impossible Card Balance, created by, what's the name?
Sheng.
Sheng.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheng. From JT Magic. So this is called the Impossible Card Balance. And this is a one gimmicked card that
It's a pretty good trick.
Yeah, it's not bad actually. It's not in there, it's on my desk.
It's on your desk.
It's
Oh yeah, I see it.
Can you focus please? It's one gimmicked card that you add.
That's the wrong way. Say it.
Can we just get on with it, please?
Yeah, I'm packing it, don't worry.
It's one gimmick card that you add to your deck, and once it's in your deck, it allows you to do. Never. It allows you to do a really cool balancing trick where the spectator tries to actually do the same thing as you and kind of fails miserably.
Fail.
And it's kind of an interesting concept. So I'm going to show you a video of Ryland doing this to Thea so you can kind of see exactly what it's all about. And then we'll talk about what we think.
Okay, now I've got a pack of cards here. Now, I've got my sister here as well. Now say hi.
Hi.
Okay, now I've got a deck. Touch a card, this one's going to be mine, touch anyone you want.
That one.
That one, are you sure? Okay, 10 of hearts, okay, that's my card. Okay, one away from your favourite card.
Yeah.
Okay, now pick a card for you. Anyone?
That one, please.
That one,
Please,
okay.
it's the 9 of hearts.
That one, that's your card, okay. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take about half the deck, like that, and take those cards. I'm going to take these cards. You're going to hold the deck like that, you give that a go.
Yep.
Yeah, and once you've got the cards like that, you're going to take your card. Yeah, you can try and balance it. You're going to give it a little rub, like this. You're going to try and balance it on the deck. See if you can do that. And then once you've got that, you're going to take a second one. You're also going to balance that on the deck. It's really hard though. Let me try again. Let me try again.
What?
Like that. You balance that one. And then your third card, you can balance that as well. And it's really cool, isn't it? Yeah? Now, on the count of 3, I want you to blow. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Just like that. And you can see that the cards have come off the deck. What?
Okay, so what you just saw is a performance of that. Now, like I say, it's a regular deck of cards. There's one gimmick card that you add. I'll tell you right now, you add the card to the bottom of the deck. So it's very easy to bring it into play at any point you want to. You can just cop it into the deck. Once it's in the deck, well, you performed this, you learnt it. How difficult would you say that is? I don't think it is, it really.
Not that difficult.
The nice thing is, because you're having somebody else hold half the deck and you're holding half the deck, there's a lot of built-in misdirection there. There is a setup that you kind of need to make sure that the audience aren't looking at you as you do the setup. The setup takes literally 1 second. Once you've done the setup, you are in position. Once you're in position, it looks as good as you just saw on that video. The nice thing is you take the card, you balance it. They can't balance their card. But then just in case they think there's something sticky or a magnet or something on the top card, you take the next card down, the next card down, the next card down. You can use it to do a 3-card balance, which Ryland did in that video as well. Or you can use it to just do a 1-card balance. It's completely up to you. The nice thing is when you flick or you blow, immediately the cards fall down to the table. And when they fall down to the table, those cards are examinable. The cards the spectator's holding is examinable. All of the cards on top of the deck that you're holding are examinable, because the gimmick immediately goes back down to the bottom and can be copped off or palmed off or something like that. So the angles are really good. It's actually really easy to do. If you want to use it as an opener, you can have that card in possession from the very, very beginning. Mm-hmm. The thing to talk about is this uses the sort of substance that at some point there's a chance it will break. However, you get extra stuff and on the tutorial they go through how to fix it if it does break. Now we've been using this quite a lot and it hasn't broken, and part of the reason is there's no pressure or tension put on the gimmick, so it's going to last a long time, which they talk about in the tutorial. But it's worth noting that if it does break, you get extra stuff and you get the instructions on how to fix it, which is really good. Yeah, I've been using that new trick by Eric Tate that we reviewed a few weeks ago. The one where you put your hand on the cards and the magnetized card thing. Yeah, I've been using that. And I remember looking at it and thinking this would be a really great lead into that trick. Because with this trick, you're balancing the cards on the end of the deck.
Oh yeah, and you can just do it with the 1 instead of the 3.
Yeah.
Then you can have a whole deck.
I think this, and originally, I'll be honest with you, when I looked at this, I was like, this is pretty cool, but I don't think I'd use it. But then when I thought, well, actually, this would make a really cool lead into the Eric Tate thing, I was like, actually, I think I would use this as a lead in. So I think I would do this. I was going to give it about 79% and say it's good, but it's not my sort of thing. But having thought about how I can routine it and how I thought I can put it into my act, I think I am going to do it. Okay. Angles, there's no angles at all. Tables, no table required. Perfect for strolling conditions. Instant reset. Use a borrowed examinable deck if you want to. You just add that 1 gimmick card in. And it's very, very easy to do. You and I both learned it within about 15 minutes of watching the tutorial. It just works itself. It's not a difficult thing to do. You know, if you've seen Balance by Joshua J, that took ages to learn. The card castle thing that you learned from Angelo Carbone.
On Edge.
That's on Edge, yeah. That's a really difficult thing to do. You took ages to learn that. This, you'll learn in seconds. This is not a difficult trick to do at all, but it looks very, very impressive. I'm going to give this 90%.
90? Nice.
I'm going to do it, but I'm only going to do it as a lead into the Eric Tate magnetized card trick. What about you? What are you giving it?
I'm going to give it, I'm going to give it 90%.
90%. Okay, so there you go. 90% from Ryland. 90% from me. You've just been copying my percentages.
Did you give it 90?
I gave it 90.
I didn't even hear you.
You can copy my percentage.
I didn't even hear you say
90%. You just not listening.
I thought you said 85.
90% from me, 90% from Ryland. It's good. You can get it from all good magic dealers. Let's wrap this up.
That's another review show in the bag. That's another review show in the bag. That's another review show in the...
What are you doing?
Checkmate.
It is another review show in the bag. Guys, thank you once again for joining us right here on Magic TV. Don't forget, you want to follow Ryland on Instagram or Facebook, just go to Ryland the Kid Magician. He's on Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. You want to follow me, just go to Magic TV, Craig Petty. And don't forget, very, very important, if you want to join the Nettricks, you go to www.thenettricks.com.
Cookies.
.com.
Cookies.
Try .cookies. If that doesn't work, go to .com. And I will see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next Wednesday with another review show back in the Midlands. I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
Take care. Bye, everyone.